Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogi Monster here, along with Stevie B.
Hello.
Welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF. Hope everybody's doing well. It's great to see everybody in chat already. Judy Wheeler, first one in the door. Hey, Judy.
Judy.
Mr. Lee. How are you? Mr. Hand. Good to see you, Rex. Mr. Hugh and Lester Taylor. What's up? Wow, WTF, wanting to fish, indeed.
Where's the fish? I saw a hat on Temu. It said WTF. Where's the fish? Yeah.
I think I've seen a t-shirt like that. Jim's camera. How's it going, Jim?
Hi, everybody. I'm still fooling with my phone, trying to get the show to come up. Mike Jones, good to see you.
How's it going, Mike?
OCST.
Harold?
How you doing, Harold?
What's up?
Where's Christy? Christy. I know you're there somewhere. There she is. Had to scroll back.
Hey, Christy.
How you doing, Christy?
I'm all the way like up towards the top. I'm like scrolling back because I know there was a lot of people
I
missed to start with.
I have to start scrolling back because I missed everybody. Or as Mr. Lee would say, missed everything.
Northwoods, what's up?
How you doing, Lee?
So welcome, guys. Good to see y'all. Another Thursday night.
This week is going by fast.
Yeah, it is.
Thank God. Well, I say that because I truly look forward to my days off. I get through the work week and I'm good. And I'm almost there. So
2 more days.
Shh. You didn't have to.
I don't have this defined work week. I just
lucky
whenever
you.
I'm needed, I got to be there.
Yeah, I don't have it that lucky. No, I work 40 hours. I have to be there, Tuesday through Saturday, every day. Today was a bit of a rough day. People are just, you think you've seen the most ridiculousness from people and their attitudes and entitlement, and then there's another day. Today was one of those days. But it's done, and we're here, and I'm glad to be here. Sorry, I hesitated. I heard something outside.
Mike Jones was in the cancer ward of Duke all last week with my lady, but thank God she got released Good Friday.
Oh, thank God.
Sorry to hear that you had to go through that.
Right.
And I do pray that everything is fine,
Mr. Hugh.
Yeah, people around here, somebody just yelled. It's like people around here don't like knock on doors. They just yell.
Yeah, they yell. So you hear somebody yell.
What?
The whole neighborhood
What is that?
Yeah.
So it's only a couple neighbors that do that.
All of them around us. I was going to say, all of our neighbors around us, they all do. Thanks, Mike. He says, kindly take a moment to like, sub, and share.
Mr. Lee says, Stephanie, I like your Ghostbusters t-shirt.
Thank you.
I told you it's a classic.
I knew that. It's just an old shirt. It's one of my cozy t-shirts.
I saw you wearing that. I was like, ooh. Right on.
I ain't afraid of no ghost. I'm still trying to get the show on my phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So anyway, we're here. You're here. If you want to join us here, just click on that link that I'm about to post, and you can come hang out. And that's what we do here. You guys, you have something you want to talk about, you have a channel you want to promote, click on that link, come hang out, and tell us about it.
Lester says that, guess that's better than a gunshot to get your attention.
Yeah, yeah.
Very true.
Much better.
Robert Denduven. How you doing?
Excuse me. Hey, Robert. Good to see you. Carol, how's it going?
Hey, Midwest. Roger Blair. Welcome.
If you do click on that link, just follow the directions. They're pretty simple. If you don't want to be on camera, bottom of this screen is stop camera. Just click on that. You don't have to be on camera.
Yep. There it is.
It's pretty simple. We do ask is that if you do come on, turn off YouTube because it interferes with StreamYard and get this nasty echo. That's about it. It's pretty simple. So I don't know if you guys checked it out. The other night we were talking about a new channel out called Bigfoot and Jeff. I watched the first episode, and it's funny. It's clever.
I didn't watch it.
I know.
I fell asleep.
It's only 9 minutes.
I know, but
it's less than 10.
It takes me too. No, I got home and took a nap and said I was gonna watch it, but yeah, I didn't get that far.
Yeah, the premise is Jeff is a park ranger, and he gives these tours to people, and somebody brings up, they talk about animals and shit, and somebody brings up Bigfoot, and he's like, that's not real, that's not blah 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 blah. And then, well, you gotta watch it, but it's I'm not gonna give it away. So yeah, that's Bigfoot and Jeff. Check that out. It works. I've broke many cameras with my face. Face for radio? Is that what you're implying? My flock, how are you?
I was scrolling back because I saw some messages for Harold, and he said, I got told today I may have a kidney stone.
Oh, no.
Oh. Prayers. Knock
on wood, I've never had that issue.
Me either. Thank God. I've known people too.
My sister went through it not that long ago.
I couldn't imagine.
I mean, now they can break them up with ultrasound and stuff, so it's not as terrible passing them, but I just wouldn't want to pass anything. Put somebody's eye out.
Michael Haywood. Good to see you.
Hey, Michael, how are you? LIB, what's up, Mike?
What it do? Sharon Guy. I don't know if I said hello, but hello.
I don't know why, some people would be more prone to it.
Well, I would imagine dietary, genetics, like anything else. Now that you mention it, I don't know of anybody in my family that's ever had one.
I think it's just my sister. You guys see her in here sometimes, Pammy.
Hi, Karen. Good to see you.
Hey, Karen.
I'm still scrolling.
That's all I'm doing is scrolling, seeing who I missed. And guys, okay, the reason we're here is for you guys to come on and hang out and talk about what you want to talk about. And, like I said, you got a channel you want to promote, bring it.
Got a story you want to tell, bring it.
Indeed. See, now Jim pays attention. What's up, Jim?
Good evening. I just wanted to make sure that Stevie B couldn't avoid the question of what's new with her truck.
Oh, nothing.
No.
I work an hour away from the house, so I leave early in the morning before sunrise, and I try my damnedest to get home before it gets dark. Well, now the times change, but while I'm working during my work week, I don't have time really to do a whole lot. I'm trying to figure out all the,
Well, this is new. Okay, this is new. This is a question. What's new with the truck? She calls me today, or she texts me. She leaves a message. She goes, "Hey, did you know that these seats will move on their own? I
They
said,
move-
well, yeah, you can set up your, your comfort where you want it and then set it. And then it'll always go back to that position.
I probably would have never noticed, but for me to get in, I have to push the seat all the way back. And I don't have to push it all the way back. I realized, and I told Moses the other day, I think it was yesterday. I said I got in the truck the first time of any vehicle since I lost my legs. I don't want to say the normal way, but it was the normal way. You know, my
one
right
leg
in leg first, and then pulled my left leg in. Normally, I would have to kind of back into the seat, sit down, and then swing my legs in. Not with this vehicle. If I push the seat all the way back, I can get it in the right, the normal way. But it had been so long. I'm talking a couple of years. I was like, oh shit.
When she first did it.
It dawned on me after I did it that I'm like, fucking hey, I did it. I did it.
But that's new.
But that is new. But the thing about the seat moving by itself, the last couple of times I've gotten in, like I leave the house and it's dark. So I'm just trying to hurry up and get in and get going. I didn't pay attention, but I did notice the last couple of times that I'm like, I know I left the seat back because I have to push it back to get out. So getting in, it shouldn't have, I shouldn't have had to push it back out to push the seat back to get in. And I did. But then when I was leaving work today, when I was getting in to leave work, I opened the door and I was pretty much taking my bag off of my shoulder. And I heard something like a motor. And I'm like, what the hell is that? So I kind of leaned in and I watched the seat move forward. I was like, oh, there you go.
You didn't touch
I didn't touch anything. I just opened the door. I hit the button for the remote on the key to unlock the door, opened the door, and I heard like something. I thought it sounded, at first I thought maybe it was a window motor or something, but I hadn't touched the window. So I couldn't wrap my head around what it was. I looked in and I actually saw the seat moving up towards the steering wheel. And I was like, oh, well, there you go. Yeah. I didn't know. Well, I wondered what the 1, 2, and 3 was by the lock button on the driver's door. That's it, I'm sure.
Oh, okay. So you can do different. You could probably set it so when you open the door, it goes all the way back.
Right, and I want to figure that out.
Yeah,
because I'm so tired of.
We'll just look in the owner's manual.
Oh,
but that's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. So
I'm sorry you asked Jim.
Thank you, Jim, for.
So this is a feature that you're going to enjoy.
Yes, it's almost necessary. It's a luxury for me because I need to adjust the seat in and out every time. If
you've got 3 buttons, then you can program one for you for driving, one for Mo's driving, and one for all the way back for either of you to get in and out.
Right. More than likely, that's how it works. When I get in, it's gonna be nice because like I said, when I get in, normally I don't have to adjust it to get in. I have to change that. I got to figure out how to change that. But when I get in, I have to pull it forward. So I wonder if once I'm in it, will it move me forward if I program?
Well, I'm going to bet that everybody in chat is happy for you.
Yeah.
There you go. And Lester, the reason I got a picture of my bike up is because somebody asked me about it, and just changing my icon was the easiest way to show them my bike.
All right.
We both said that. It's orange. Cool.
Let's see this. Hold on. I'm going to put you on.
Oh no.
He said, "Oh no!" Like we're looking at
like it's a
like
picture. I
know.
My hair looks terrible.
That's what I would have said if you'd have brought me up.
Don't put that up. It's not waxed.
It's not exactly. It's not waxed. You never show off a bike unless it's in premium condition.
That's why I don't.
But
oh wait, I don't have a bike.
No.
Well, I tested out my phone today to go live. It will not let me go live in landscape. It will only let me go live in portrait, which is no big deal. But I wanted to test everything out. If the weather is good Monday, I'm going to do a live coverage of the eclipse.
Oh, right on.
Very good.
Just I think, don't you have to use filters and stuff for that?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah, I tested out the filters the other day. I posted that picture in my community page.
Okay.
Yeah. Tested the filters, then I tested to see if the phone would let me go live. And the next step is there's a couple of places in town near here I would like to do live if possible. But I needed to make sure that it would work on Wi-Fi first, and one step at a time.
Sure. Well, right on.
Mr. Lee,
That's
just
what.
your a link to your channel. Thank you, Mr. Lee.
Yeah,
LIB,
Mr. Lee is something else.
he's on top of it. LIB said my truck has more buttons than I'll ever understand. As long as it gets from point A to point B, then you're good to go. And it does have
there's a lot of settings and a lot of stuff that
Mhm.
it's got like a sport mode where you can actually, it's an automatic, but you can drive it like a manual with the little button. You can put it in sport mode. And mine has it too on my truck. I can do the same thing. I don't know why I would, but I haven't used it yet. But you actually shift gears pushing a button. It's almost like a paddle shifter.
I call sport mode on mine, instead of shifting down to S for sport, I call it shifting down to S for stupid, because I would get stupid in sport mode. But if it wasn't for my truck, now that you mentioned it, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have a YouTube, because software for my truck to link to my phone, it encouraged me to get an account, which included a YouTube account. And that was the first step along the road of me doing what I'm doing now.
All right on.
Yeah. And this month, April the 17th, I will have started posting stuff 1 year ago.
Oh, very good.
April 17th? Right on.
Yeah, last year, April 17th was my first post, I believe. And I never dreamed.
14th.
May 14th will be 400. No, four. Yeah, my 400th show.
Yes. And then
wow.
Then July 14th is 4 years.
4 years.
Going live. So yeah, man, keep it up. That's cool. It's already been a year for you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It has flown by. I mean, really flown. And I have been just amazed at how many people. I mean, today I gave very short notice, and I think 17 people showed up in chat.
Oh, right on.
I was amazed is an understatement. I don't know what words to use.
It's very cool.
It's gratifying.
It's a very cool feeling. It really is.
Oh, right on, man. People want to hang out.
I mean, I think that if you look now, there's 37 watching. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's cool to me. I mean, I get it. I do.
It's fun.
Stevie B, come Tuesday, what question I'm going to ask you? What new about the truck that you want to tell us about?
I know it took me a hell of a long time to figure out how to do the defrost this morning. My windows were fogging up.
Could have saved that for Tuesday.
Say, no, by then I figured it out, hopefully.
Mo's always thinking ahead. Always thinking ahead. Well, everybody in chat, hello. Thank y'all for listening. I'm going to turn it back over to some other people. I think CRJ has been putting off getting up here. It's about her turn, I think, isn't it?
She hasn't been up by herself. She's been up with Harold.
Yeah, she said she wasn't feeling good one week and this, that, and the other.
No, I get it. If you don't, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
It's nerve-wracking. It can be.
It can be. It used to be. It used to be like real nerve-wracking in the beginning.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Now it's like.
What day is it?
Yeah. It's
yeah. It's more like hanging out.
It's just natural. It's just It's like an AA meeting or something.
You sit here and talk and carry on conversation. You tend to forget that you're on. You forget
That's true.
Or for
38
how
people
long,
watching.
or like.
Yeah. Oh, the other night, geez, it's 2 hours, and I was like, "What?" I had to look at the time.
Yeah, I was hoping to hear from Shane, the Bigfoot King, tonight, but he didn't.
We haven't heard from him.
I haven't heard from him. He was supposed to send me the pictures that he took, where he says he caught a face. So nothing yet. Maybe he'll come on, share it with us. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. Never do.
Yeah.
But that would be cool.
I certainly
Bobby
hope
Ounce,
so.
how are you?
Bobby, hey.
Say that again, Jim. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I said, yeah. He posted something the other day on his channel. It was a short, and it wasn't anything big other than I think he announced he was going to post something. But
Okay.
yeah, if he comes on, it'd be great. I want to see some pictures that are not fuzzy, and you don't have to circle
Everybody does.
to figure out where they are. So, all right, I'm out of here.
All right, Jim.
Good
Good
to
to
see
see
you,
you.
Jim.
Thanks for popping on.
Good to see you.
Thank you, guys.
Talk to you soon. I'm glad Jim came on.
Right.
Guys, check out Jim's channel. That's Jim's Camera at Dawn. He does a lot of outdoor stuff. He's into waterfalls. I know that. I mean, waterfalls are cool. You know?
Oh, they are. Jeez.
I think we've been to like the only water. Well, no, there is. I think there's a bigger one. Remember waterfalls? We went to Silver Spring, or one of them had a waterfall.
No, that was you and your sisters.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was it Silver Spring?
Yeah, it was one of them.
Yeah,
One of them up there.
yeah.
But there is a waterfall that's like somewhere it goes into a sinkhole. I'm trying to remember where that was. Here in Florida.
Somewhere here in Florida.
I think it was close to it was like almost 70-foot
Yeah.
waterfall,
I
67
don't remember
feet, something
where
like
it
that.
is. I want to say it's up somewhere near the Panhandle, but
Well, the
I
one
don't
that
know.
we saw at one of the springs, it was actually man-made, because originally this spring was built up as a major attraction, and they put in a lot of different features to add to it, instead of just this, beautiful lagoon that's crystal clear and blue and,
Yeah. Matter of fact, LIV said Bigfoot and I went there once, I think. I'm pretty sure you're right.
Yeah, I think it's on the Panhandle somewhere.
That's what I said, or up around Gainesville, or just north of Gainesville. I don't remember.
LIB, thanks for posting Jim's link.
No, I was laughing at Michael Haywood. I see a waterfall every day going into a sinkhole. My toilet.
That's a vortex. We have a sinkhole waterfall here. No one knows how deep it goes.
Harold was saying there's one near him.
That's the one I was talking about.
Okay.
That's Harold. I said, I'm sorry, I didn't say.
I didn't
Harold
look up.
said.
Sorry. Usually you say. I didn't look up.
No, I zoned out for a minute. What else is going on? So let me put this link here in the chat again. I'll just keep throwing it in there. It's funny. I was going through the backgrounds. You know how like right now we have the trees behind us,
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking about fishing on your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
One of those is the background.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the live when you caught the fish, the first fish.
Oh, gotcha.
I gotta find it.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah, I did.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you don't. All
There's your
I found
fish.
it.
There's your fish.
There's my fish.
Swim. Flip, flip, flip.
I look back and they're just talking away.
That was Jay. That was bad filming. I didn't even get it. I got like
No,
a
because
little bit
he
of
was
his
too
face.
busy. They were back there chatting like a bunch of girls. I'm fishing. I catch the fish, and by the time he caught up with the camera, I was already done. He was ready to go back. LIB said, "Fish flip."
She's like, spin, spin, spin. No, it was fun because we were talking about it earlier, and then I like saw it. I was like, oh shit, I forgot this was even here.
Ghost Dragon ZW.
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
Just wanted to say hello to Mogan Monster and dear Stevie B and all the good folks. Hope you all having a good week so far. Can't complain, man. Can't complain.
Probably could, but you wouldn't want to hear it.
Yeah, no one's gonna listen anyway.
No.
No one gives a shit.
Nobody cares.
Grasshopper, what's up, Graz? Good Auto, good to see you.
Good and Zotto.
That's what I said.
Didn't sound like it.
Goodens. Yeah, that's
Okay.
how I said it.
Okay. Sorry. Grasshopper said, just had some soup and try not to nod out. I get that.
So I'm drinking coffee. I was yawning like nobody's business earlier before the show started. These loud, obnoxious yawns.
I was in the bathroom yelling at him.
Knock it off.
Stop it.
Those are contagious, you know.
It's contagious.
That's why I couldn't. It's like my second cup of coffee since then. So it's helped. The yawns have gone away.
That's a good thing.
The yawns.
Yawns.
Makes them sound like the hiccups and shit.
I know. Right? Mr. Lee said a yawn is a lack of oxygen.
Yes, it is. Or just lacking brain cells. Yeah. Anyway. With a soda on the side. That's my good and snuck in a side door. That's what I feel like. Like I said this when I first started this channel. It was like somebody left the studio unlocked and I snuck in and like it was like, oh, what does this do? And I've been doing this shit for 4 years.
4 years later.
4 years later. They haven't kicked me out of the studio yet.
No.
It's funny. But we just keep marching forward, hanging out with you guys. Hoping you guys want to hang out with us. So, like I said, the link is in chat. If you've never been on before, now's a good time. Come say hi, introduce yourself. You saw Jim did it. It's pretty simple.
It is. It really is.
Because you forget that people are watching. I mean, you get just hang out. We start bullshitting. It's like you were just us, and you know, you go, oh yeah, there are people watching, isn't there?
Yeah, we're just hanging out.
It's all good. Stevie, how did you get your backdrop?
Well, it's just the curtain string light on the wall.
That's not even a curtain. Well, I mean, it says it, but they're just individual strands.
One going
goes across,
and then it
about 6 or 7 of those strands hang off of it.
Drop down. And...
In order to, instead of we were doing it where we were set up where we were facing one another. Now we're doing it side by side.
So I
So
have,
so like,
an actual wall.
that's my hand on her shoulder.
I have an actual wall behind me instead of the sliding glass
she's
doors.
right next to me. So if she
Yeah.
moved her camera over, you would see like right over here.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. I could show you her lights.
Look.
There, those are her lights.
There's his setup.
Yeah.
See his box.
So I just put a
Back over
line
to
and
my
said, "This
corner.
is here's the line. Everything on that side is yours. Everything on this side is mine."
Yeah, it's funny is if you look up above me, if you see that little thing on the wall, that's hiding the thermostat.
The thermostats.
And
Yeah.
it's my little stuffed Bigfoot up there sitting on top of it.
But little by little, we were looking at stuff today. She's just, she'll put things up there. Like I put up mostly stuff that was given to me.
Well, I have some stuff from Anita that I want to put up, but it's the background is so light. I have to find something dark,
Almost like a black matting or something.
something to put behind it so that you can actually see it.
Moog's man box.
That's his weed box.
No, it's not. There's nothing in there.
Well, I'm kidding. He's over here. You've said it before.
There's nothing in there.
Yeah, it's
Why is Jay being congratulated?
because he made it. No, I'm just kidding.
Doctor says my ticker is strong, but needs some test run.
See,
Right on.
good for you. I'm glad everything's going good.
Hopefully that test isn't a stress test. Jay was a good man. No. We love him. No, that's good to hear, Jay. I know you were worried about it. I don't blame you.
There we go.
That's great to hear.
No, it is. It's awesome. I'm glad you went and got it over with. And so far, good.
That's awesome. I like to hear good news every once in a while. It's so rare.
Right?
I mean, usually, Elena, how are you? Something goes wrong. We send up prayer and hope for the best. And it's as far as we
Power of prayer.
That's all we can do.
Power of prayer. I believe it.
That's that little bit that I think helps. Who just said Christy says I'll have to make you a plaque.
Cool. I have plenty of wall space.
I used to. I wanted her to have a backdrop so I cram myself in the corner.
He did. He didn't have to give me that much room. But I'll fill it. Little by little.
It's better than the last backdrop, the glass sliding doors.
Well, except for during the holiday, that was pretty cool. With
Yeah.
the Christmas thing, the light coming through. That was cool.
No, I even said I'd put up a green screen, but she doesn't like how it looks.
No.
I think with a better camera or better computer, because it's an older laptop.
Better lighting.
Well, you have to light up a green screen
do.
behind you.
You do.
I mean, I have a screen. I just
See what LIB wrote?
nah. Nobody puts Stevie B in a corner. Where? When did I just use that
You
recently?
just like last week, I think, in a message. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Yeah, I used the same damn thing.
He did. That's why I laugh. Grasshopper says LIB up against the wall is better. Question mark. Oh, we're both up against the wall.
Pro golfer in the house. Who's the pro golfer?
Wait, I didn't.
I got it.
I looked up. Oh, There's a delay, so I got to see it.
Junior B, can you please discuss? Can you please discuss tunnels to celebrity homes under Playboy Mansion? Yeah, I don't do spelunking, so I'm out of the whole tunnels. But those would be good tunnels to find. Probably some dead hookers down there. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud?
You did. You sure did.
Charlie needed to put him somewhere. Sorry. It's funny, say it, apologize later.
Right. This is why. I still had it on top messages. That's why I couldn't keep up with what you were.
Michael says last time I shot 9 holes, it was with a 2 3/4 12 gauge buckshot. Actually, my neighbor plays golf. Juan over here next door.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, what are you doing today or whatever? He's like, oh, I'm going to go play some golf. I'm like, oh, that's cool. He's like, you play? I said, well, I have clubs, but I haven't. It's been a while. I'd have to hit up the driving range for like a day, then a day to recover, and then maybe a week after that, I'll be ready.
Right.
I used to like playing golf.
I never have. Putt. Does that count?
Hey,
I was good at putt.
It helps your short game. It is, it's your short game. It's good practice.
I was good at mini golf.
Grass says Michael fishes for sharks with 12 gauge.
12 gauge slugs.
Even if you miss them, you get them. That concussion just knocks them out. They float up. True story. Yeah, when I worked for a country club back in Jersey, and one of the guys I worked with was an avid golfer. He'd golfed all over the world, and he was like, "Oh, you got to come out! You got to come out!" I'm like, "Dude, I don't belong on a golf course. I'm lucky I work here." And so I went to the pro shop. I was like, dude, I went to one of the professionals, Dominic. I was like, dude, I need a club to just practice swinging with. So he gives me a 5-iron, and I go and I practice with this 5-iron and practice. Go back to him, hand him the club back. I said, I need a different club. I'm done with the 5. I gave him that club. He gives me another 5-iron back. I'm like, no, dude, I need a different club. So he goes, hold on. He goes downstairs and he brings up a full set of clubs. Brand new set of Yonex, Japanese club, lefties. And he's like, here. Yeah, I don't have those clubs anymore, but those are good clubs. Like I learned, I finally practiced enough where I was like, okay, I'll go out on a course now. And it was, it was fun. And then, I would go out and fish on the golf course too. We had ponds, and one of the members went up to another country club and took their bass, like caught some of their bass and threw them in our ponds. So I would go out there, and the caddy master and one of the professionals would go out there, and I'd slam bass out there.
Ghost Dragon, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you.
He says, have a wonderful one, folks. Back to my deep, dark cave under the basement. Under the basement. Oh, man, you went deep.
Under.
Do we consider it a sub basement or a sub basement or just dungeon? Well, thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, so now I'm back to that. I'd have to be on the driving range for like a long time before I got onto a course again. All right. Link is in chat, guys. If you want to click on it, come hang out. We've been doing this for 40 minutes.
Wow.
And already. Yeah, we've been at it 40 minutes. You know, Jim stopped on. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, I don't know why I'm so tired today. I have no idea. It's weird. I even took a nap.
I know, me too. I think I'm tired just from staring at the computer all day.
That could be it. I spent too much time on the computer.
Right? No, the closest I've come to being on a golf course, I used to volunteer for Wide World of Sports. They had a volunteer program, Sports Enthusiasts, where I could volunteer an event for the weekend and walk away with Disney tickets for me and my girls. You know, so I would. The package deal was we'd get 2 Disney tickets and 3 rounds of golf, and all the older gentlemen that would volunteer for the rounds of golf, I would trade them for the Disney tickets.
Oh,
At
yeah.
the end of the weekend.
Here's your golf. Give me my tickets.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, I would marshal the Fanai Classic that they'd hold out here in Orlando. I did that a couple times. That was pretty cool.
Were you out on a course?
Yeah. Oh, I went hole to hole. Yeah. I was, do the whole event. What do you call a golf match, or, what is it called? I don't even know.
A game?
Around.
It's a round of golf.
A round of golf. So the whole round.
18 holes.
18 holes. Yep. Start to finish. Oh, I would be there crack of dawn. Literally. I get to see some pretty big names in pro golf.
We didn't get big names like golfers. We got it was a private country club. We'd have Michael Douglas came on there.
Okay.
He was doing a movie right down the street with his dad.
That's cool.
And he came and played a round of golf. Sports guys. I want to say Phil Simms.
First time I met saw Shaquille O'Neal was at a golfing.
JR Beast is Junior Beast. Don't say the word Disney again. Oh shit! I said it again.
Right.
Isn't Black Bear Golf Course in Eustis? I have no idea.
Yeah.
But now I'm curious. I know there's a driving range right here, and actually,
The one that I pass every day to go to work. There's one on the right,
is there?
That's Sereno, I think. Sorrento.
No, right down here in near Mount Dora, I think there's a driving range. But
I'm
also
sure
down
they're everywhere.
in Lake Mary, make off of Lake Mary Road, there's that Top Golf by the hotel.
Oh yeah. Yep. That driving range.
Yeah.
That place was always packed.
Always.
I think the parking lot was as big as the golf range.
And
it was always full.
It's a huge parking lot. Oh, golf's big. I play in the low 80s. Any hotter than that, I don't play.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Jay golfed.
That's right.
He golfed. He worked there.
No, he
He
worked
was
there.
instructing.
He was an avid golfer. I don't know. When was the last time you played golf, Jay?
Probably right before he did the splits.
Kaiju Ninja says, imagine having chronic yawns. I had it earlier.
Oh, he did. But I think so did I. Right after I got home from work, I could not stop yawning.
Chrissy says, I need to mow my yard, but my back would be screaming at me. I mowed a little bit yesterday, like, because we have stuff up against the house. Huh?
You did?
Yeah.
Not yesterday. That wasn't that the
day before.
Yeah. I was like, wait, didn't it rain
Yeah,
yesterday?
it was the day before. Just because we had all this rain coming, but we get where our chairs and tables and stuff are. They're just sitting there, but you get all these weeds that grow up around it. So I just moved all that away from the house and just mowed it all down and put everything back. Cleaned it up.
It was nice because yesterday it poured.
But my back was bothering me afterwards.
It poured raining yesterday. So by the time I got home from work, as I was getting out of the truck to come into the house,
Timmy boy,
I have to walk around the back side of the house. So I walk past that, the wall where we fish, and there's a good worn out patch of grass in there that gets muddied up. So by him cutting the grass, I was able to walk in the grass and not the mud. So I did notice it yesterday.
Timmy boy says, what are we discussing? Whatever you want to talk about.
Whatever.
We're just spitballing. Bristol, how are you? Good to see you. Another Floridian.
Right.
I just live here. I'm not from here. I can't call myself a Floridian.
No. I wonder what constitutes a Floridian, because nobody's from here.
No, I'm surprised. I talk to a lot of people that are from here, like born and raised in Florida. I'm like, oh, really?
Maybe a handful, I think.
But I used to deal with that in Arizona too. It was like
everybody's a transplant.
Everybody I talked to. Well, I was working in a tourist town, so Sedona is a huge tourist town. But when somebody said they lived in Arizona, I said, okay, but where are you from? And they're like, no, Arizona. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, that's rare.
Bobby says she's been here for 44 years.
It's a long time.
Got me beat, for sure. I think it's 24 years now I've been here.
Wow.
Pretty sure. 24. Yeah, it's 24.
Here we go.
Oh, Lord.
Let the yawns begin. I lived in New Jersey for 40 years.
I lived outside of D.C. my whole life until 24 years ago.
Jersey for 40 years, and then Arizona for, I don't know, 10 and a half. It was because I moved to Wisconsin from Arizona. Was there in a year and a half, and then moved back to Arizona. So I lived in Arizona over 10 years. "35 years, Judy lived in Florida."
Right.
Graz got 44 years here in Washington, went all over the country before that.
Judy, how many years have you been in Arkansas?
Bristol says, LOL, I grew up in New York. Nobody wants to claim that these days. We're in New York, Bristol. No shit. This chat is full of geriatrics. Where did you think you were, Mr. Lee?
Right.
He doesn't realize he's one of them.
Well, if he is, I am. We're the same age.
When does that actually start, though? No.
As soon as you let it.
I guess, yeah. As soon as you give in, I guess.
Right. James Lee.
Claude Knoll, how are you? James Lee, good to see you. James Lucas, what's up? He's 65 in Maryland. Mr. Lee, you might be right.
36 years.
I don't know. People are like, I meet people, all day. I'll talk to anybody on the dock. And I tell them, they'll ask, well, how old are you? I'm like, 56. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, 56.
Oh, I get it all the time. I tell people I'm 50, they're like, shut up.
Maybe it's just the attitude. I don't know.
It's funny that we're talking about age like that. This young lady is volunteering at my park, and she came in to sign in, and I'm looking at her like, my God, she's young. There's no way she's you have to be 18 in order to volunteer out there. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I have to ask, how old are you? She starts to giggle. I'm just a little tiny girl, sweetheart, but yeah, she's 22 years old.
Look at your daughter.
I know, she looks 12. I say all the time, my youngest looks 12. But no, she showed me a picture. This young lady showed me a picture of her mom and her grandmother, and it looked like all three of them were sisters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was amazed. They just have good genes. Christy, I'm 50. 50 years old. 50 years young. That sounds better.
I know I asked where in New York, but then I didn't wait for the response.
Oh.
I don't know if you gave a response.
Kaji says I need a singing bass.
Almost an hour north of the city. All right.
Kaji says I need a singing bass in the background.
What's an hour north of the city? White Plains? No. Well, I mean, I don't think it's an hour, though.
Thank you, Christy.
Although with that traffic, it could be more than an hour.
Bobby says, I could be your mama, Stevie B.
Brought them up from Miami canals, Bristol. Well, they put peacock bass in the canals to control the snakeheads, and it backfired. Because now you have two invasive species. Although I haven't caught any big ones, and I think that's what we're going to do one of these days is we're going to go find a place to go and target peacock bass. Because we've caught, small ones. I want to catch.
Yeah, we caught tiny baby ones.
Big ones.
I wanted to know where Mama and Papa was.
Fucking alligator got him.
They were cute, though. They were tiny. Little kernels of corn. As soon as the bobber hit the water, slam. It was fun.
Jay Fritz had to have that one of my buddies' nephew caught was under a pound.
Thank you, Christy.
Have you heard of the My Little Pony killer? Nope.
I gotta ask Christy now how old she is.
I don't It was Tex does the serial killers and stuff. I don't get into that stuff.
No.
Blinky, how are you?
Very good. My mom's birthday was August 6th. And my oldest daughter is the 26th.
Just north of White Plains. Right on. Wasn't far off.
Huh.
Yeah, I used to go up that way. I used to go up to Sandy Hook, Connecticut a lot. And I'd have to go up, cross over to Tappan Zee and then go up 84 or whatever that was up there. And go all the way up to Connecticut. Pro mini golfer. Oh, Christy said she'll be 44 in August. She says no one believes me when I tell them how old I am.
I get that a lot too.
I guess you're as old as you feel.
I still get carded for cigarettes.
I think that's just their policy to card anybody. I got to show ID too.
Oh, yeah. Some places I can, if I get to know the people, but if I go to a new place, instant. Never fails.
She's a Virgo. Just turned into a dating site.
So is my daughter. No, everybody's talking about birthdays and ages and
It was a joke.
silly. You see what Bristol wrote?
I'm about to bring it up. Oh, really? Mogus, have you ever heard of the Devil's Tree in, I think, Port St. Lucie? Always wanted to check it out. The canal there is supposedly loaded with nice peacocks.
Well, it wasn't terribly far from there that we caught the little baby ones that we did. Port St. Lucie's on the coast, so it's like half hour from there.
Oh, on yeah, we were catching them just right outside of Okeechobee.
Oh, very cool.
It was this little pond in the however the fuck you pronounce it. Depew.
I don't know.
Campgrounds. That's where we did the 168. And the one family campground has this little pond right in the middle, and it has a bunch of these baby peacock bass in it. Grass is going out for a smoke. Be right back.
Enjoy.
Sharon Guy, what's happening?
You just saying hi to Sharon.
Well, she said Mogs.
She's laughing.
She's laughing.
About something you said. Lester says, I don't feel a day older than 42. Than the 42 and a half.
Jay says, I'm so old that I had to buy my orthopedic insoles. Devil's Tree. No, I'm going to look that up. Literally right now.
You're right, Sharon. She said Dollar General will card you if you're
The Devil's
95.
Tree, Port St. Lucie, Florida.
If you're 95. You're right. I actually heard one of the cashiers say that it's their company policy. I guess it was one time I was in there buying stuff, and then I asked for cigarettes. She asked for my ID, and I couldn't find it. I knew I had it in my bag, just couldn't put my hands on it. And I showed her. I pulled out my wallet, and she said, "Just turn your wallet to me, as long as the camera looks like you're showing it to me."
So this
okay,
is the Devil's Tree.
let me see. I want to see it on there. Okay. Christy said, Mugs, where are your glasses?
Where are they?
Mm-hmm. Under the...
I don't know. I can't see them.
I can't find them. Can't see to find them.
Trying to get a better picture of this tree. Oh, but there is a dock there somewhere. One of those canals for fishing.
Yeah, it's hard to see it.
Anyway.
Too much of a glare.
Thanks for the heads up. Heads up. I'm standing on my tongue. Hold on.
Bristol said that's it. Very dark history around it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up the history. Did it? I don't know if it had anything. Didn't say anything about history of it. Overview. Let's see. Possibility of bunch
Claude.
of women being murdered there.
How you doing, Claude? Good to see you. I thought I saw him in there.
Yeah. Has nothing to do with its fruit. It has to do with things that have happened there. Interesting. It's in Port St. Lucie, Florida, Miss Sharon. I thought it was Mr. Lee at first.
I was reading what Claude had wrote. I had to scroll way back. Sorry for that, Claude. So good evening, folks. Well, I've got the WTF going today because my buddy and I found a 14-inch Sasquatch track in the campground where I stay. I'm guessing at the campground where I stay frequently. Interesting. 14-inch.
14?
Yeah.
It's a good size track.
Right.
You got pictures, Claude? I'm sure he's got pictures.
I'm sure.
Was it castable? Just curious. See, Kaiju gets it. How can he find the glasses without them? I thought it was pretty common sense. Nope. There they are.
Well, you weren't far off. Those were glasses you grabbed the first time when you said nope. So not the ones.
Twice.
Not the
Two
right
pairs
ones.
of sunglasses. My good sunglasses broke. They broke like right in here. So I have to actually shit, they look like the same lenses almost. They broke right here, so I gotta glue them again. Right now there's just got this big buildup of crazy glue.
Shannon said Claude did cast it. She got pictures of it. Jim said super glue.
Yep, super glue. So Claude did get pictures of it. Or yes, Sharon got pictures of it. Awesome. Guys, you're standing there way behind chat.
I was wondering who.
I don't do chat like everybody
Well, I
else
had to
does.
go way back.
I do it like
I had to go way back to find Claude's, and I was reminded because I believe Sharon said something to him. Somebody did. I saw his name, and I was like, oh wait, I wanted to read that.
Helton, what's up? Helton says, Kaiju Ninja 1985, woke up one morning and was looking for my glasses. Then it hit me. I was wearing them. Otherwise, I could not see to be looking for them. Hey, wait. I don't need glasses anymore. Oh, wait. Fuck, I'm wearing them.
No, it's I could see it being like, what the hell am I looking for? You see them just fine, so you forget.
Right.
You don't need them.
Cornstarch is super glue to fill gaps. Yeah, I know that trick.
I just learned that not long ago, like a few months ago, I think. I saw it on a short, and I'm like, no shit.
It depends on, like
what you're trying to use it for.
Fix, but it does. It's a filler, but it binds the glue. It holds the glue really well when it hardens. I've done it on. I tried doing that on the dryer knob. Originally, the dryer knob broke before I got a new one.
Yeah.
And I tried to fix the crack. It didn't hold.
Jay says it works on vinyl flooring.
Oh, really? I guess that there's a lot of applications you could use it for.
Yeah, and there's different ways to use it.
They use a lot of different mediums.
Right.
Cornstarch.
Yes.
Baking soda. I've used baking soda.
Flour.
Yeah, any powdered medium that you can fill a gap with or fill a crack with or do anything that, and then get crazy glue on there. But you might have to sand it down a little bit if depending on the situation. But it works good. Jim's camera is bailing. Good to see you. Thanks again for coming on.
Good night, Jim. Good to see you.
Catch you guys next week.
Nice talking to you.
We'll see you probably Tuesday.
I like how you say he's bailing.
Yeah, he's out of here. He's like, I had enough of this.
Right? Enough.
I've had enough of this. I'm ready to bail. How that got in there?
I think when you picked up your glasses.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. I thought I saw something. I wasn't sure.
So he didn't say anything.
Well, why mention it if I wasn't sure?
All right. Somebody's got to look up something Ristel said. Now I've got to find out what
Blinky.
Ristel said.
Hi. Sorry. Blinky's got a bail. Christy's been drinking coffee. I think he's on his second or third cup. Second, I think.
Yeah, no, actually, I'm out. So I got to go top this off real quick. Blinky, take care. It was good to see you. Got a bail.
Everybody's bailing.
Oh, I think Ristel's talking about the Devil's Tree.
Yeah.
I'll look that up though. I want to find out the history of it. It wasn't too. They didn't get into detail.
Mr. Lee, it was a couple weeks ago. I talked to Papa Craig. He's at his daughter's, surrounded by his grandchildren, and him and Nana were talking. So things weren't terrible. He sounded like he was in good spirits. I miss Papa Craig.
Papa Craig's such a good guy.
He really is.
He's fun. You just sit like up on the rim. You just sat down and bullshitted and.
Well, that was my one regret, that I didn't get
fun.
to spend more time with him and Nana. Everybody, you know.
Yeah, until you got there, until we finally got you back to the campsite, I wasn't much of a good host. I mean, a little bit. We shot the bows and shit. I don't even think that was that day. But
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember that. I remember you talking about it, but
yeah, once we set up at Broad Target, and he had his bow, I had mine.
oh yeah, that day I remember. But
Yeah.
I didn't know if y'all did before we got
No, I was too, I don't know, anxious. I paced a lot. But it's all right. Prayers for Papa C. Indeed.
Yes. Judy said me too.
Let me go get some coffee. See, I don't have to walk behind you anymore.
I know, and I don't have to get up anymore. No, it's just much better setup. Sitting beside each other. More space. And
You know, it's funny because the way I set this up, I took a folding table, opened it up. It's a longer folding table, and then I took for my dining room table. I have a glass dining room table that it's a rectangle and it has these covers, 2 covers that go on it to cover the whole glass.
It's a glass cover. Tabletop.
I put them on top of the fold out, but I just turned them. But they're too long. So I'm just considering getting rid of this whole thing and using that whole table.
You know,
I might just use my kitchen table for this whole setup because it would stick out 5 inches longer. It would be 5 inches wider, but it would be shorter this way.
I would need
by a
taller
foot.
seat.
I wanted to get rid of the table anyway, but if we can use it here instead of all this,
Yeah,
it'll open up that. I want to put an island in my kitchen
it'll definitely open it
with
up.
like two stools, and eventually get rid of the dining room table. I can get a fold up table. I can make a fold up table, whatever.
Christy said, "Me too. Coffee, please." JJ.
I literally only have half a cup in here because
Yeah, I was looking at the time.
I'll be up till 2.
Oh, very good.
Don't let us, get in your way.
Oh no, I'm about to show you. You scroll up, I think there's a video there. Oh, my eye is watering. Excuse me, y'all. Wish I knew how to. Well, I wouldn't put it up without club saying it's okay.
I would, that's cool, Claude. That's very cool. I'm not going to
I
watch the video. I'm not going to put it up here either.
don't think he's in chat right now.
Oh.
That's why I said
Oh,
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, no, he's texting you. Yeah, no, they have, we just looked at pictures of the footprint with, there's like a 12-second video, or is it 12-minute? I can't tell.
Seconds.
That they're casting it. Sharon just sent that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon.
He said it's okay to share, so let me see that again.
Well, hold on, I was watching the video. Oh, I forgot I was on camera. All right. It's a quick video. You could take me out
Let's go with
take the show off the screen.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna.
Okay. I wish I knew how to play it on screen.
You can see the impression.
Put it just your camera up so everybody can see.
Yeah, really. Let me do it that way. Sorry, guys. I'm new at this. That's the impression. Then they pour the cast. Where is it? This is when the cast was poured.
Right, Mr. Lee? Mr. Lee said Claude is back. Come on the show and tell us about your print, Claude. There you go. They're chiseling it out, the cast. It's only 12 seconds. So.
Yeah, it's a 12-second video, but did they have it out of the ground? I scrolled through pictures real quick, but they're still in the ground.
Well, I don't know. I didn't get.
That's pretty cool. That's very cool. Red Coast Research, what's up, man? All right, guys. See you later. I didn't even see you come in. I'm sorry, Mike. Danny Staten, what's up?
Let's see.
Miss Dill.
Dill. You're still only on the screen.
Hold on. It's not enough.
No, stay. It's your show.
April 8th, the comet is streaking and the
zoomed it
sun
in
is
a
getting mooned. So pants are not needed here. That's right. Pants are optional here. Good to see you, Miss Dill. That's the impression again.
Well, I zoomed it in.
And you don't have that glare that I've got. And I don't even have my ring light on. That's right, because we left that light on.
Oh, we did, didn't we? Wow. we never.
Normally I have a ring light on and that light is off.
The ceiling fan's on. The light. We never leave that one on.
Nope. Amateurs.
So, you'd think this is our first time, huh?
Did you see Red Coast come in? I didn't.
I did
see
not.
him leave him, but I didn't see him come in.
I almost missed Claude coming in. I've been fooling around with my phone. Let's see.
Jay says I drank a Fanta grape soda earlier. Those things are nasty. So why'd you drink it, Jay?
So it's only 12 seconds, so let's start it again.
Link is in chat. Mr. Lee. Miss Dilly, oh, how I've missed you.
Right.
Claude, what's up, buddy?
How's it going this evening?
It's going good, man.
Am I coming through clear enough?
You are perfectly clear.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm back in the woods. I got 2 bars of service, so I figured I'd give it a shot.
Woo-hoo.
You sound great.
Good. So, you want to know about the adventure today?
Sure.
Absolutely.
It was interesting. I've got a friend that lives in St. Martinville, and he's been coming up here. He's been up here a couple of times, and just loves the idea of seeing Sasquatch, doing anything that involves them. And he came up and set up a gifting site about a month ago, and nothing much happened with it. I checked it a couple of weeks later. Most of the stuff was still there. Well, he comes back up this weekend and everything is gone. He had 3 apples out there, 3 honey buns, a can of Pepsi. The can of Pepsi was still sitting there. Apparently they don't like Pepsi, but everything else had disappeared. And he found the wrappers for the honey buns away from the log where they had been open and the honey bun was gone. They left the wrapper. Whatever got it. And I didn't think to ask him if the wrappers had been shredded like a coon would do, or something like that. But this morning, he was just out walking the campground, and he headed out towards the highway, and smack in the middle of the road, there's this 14-inch long footprint. Well, he came back to where I was, all excited. You got to come see. You got to come see. I found a track, And I said, all right, I'm not going to walk up there. I don't have enough breath to walk up there, but I'll drive the van up. And so he went back to where it was. I drove the van up, and he's standing in the middle of the road that leads into the campground. And I pulled up right in front of him, and he's telling me to pull off on the side. I said, no. I don't want anybody running over this. I'm going to block the driveway. If I have to, they can go around me in the grass. And I got out with him, and we went to measuring and checking things. And I happened to have some hydrocal with me. I picked up a couple of quart jars of it a while back. And a quart of hydrocal doesn't go as far as you think it will, because by the time I got it mixed up and poured it in the track, I managed to make it cover the entire track, but it wasn't but maybe 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch thick, which is really thin.
Yeah.
But hydrocal is pretty tough stuff, so I think it'll hold up for him. But we got that poured this morning, and literally the driveway is built with clay gravel. If you know anything about clay gravel, it's like concrete. Once you put it in place and drive on it a few times and pack it in real good, you got to chip it. You can't dig it up. So once I got this poured, we let it sit where it was really hard and tried to.
Couldn't get it out.
We couldn't get it out.
That's that 12-second video.
Yeah,
Them chiseling.
yeah, chip away at it.
Yeah.
We started digging around it with a stick. That was painfully slow. I went in the van. I've got a wooden mallet that I made years ago. Made it out of a holly tree. But anyway, I got that in one of these triangle-shaped tent pegs, and hammer and chisel style, he chipped all the way around it, about an inch wide. And once he got it carved out around it, I managed to take the tent peg and the stick and get on the one side of it and pop it up out of the ground, out of the ground. Waited till this afternoon and washed it off and brushed it off. Got most of the clay off of it, and a lot of the loose gravel came off of it. So we've got a nice clean track. And he was just beside himself. This guy's 50 years old. He was so excited he couldn't stand it. But he's deaf mute, and he and I get along well. We communicate well. I don't know any sign language, but we make it up as we go. So it's
whatever works.
Right?
Yeah, whatever works, But he left here this afternoon, headed back home. He's been on the internet all over Facebook since then, posting pictures of the track, and and he got all upset because people were, oh man, that's not real. You didn't actually find the Sasquatch track, and blah 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 blah. He was getting upset. I said, look, ignore those jerks, okay?
Welcome to YouTube.
Welcome to YouTube. Welcome to Facebook. These are personal friends of some of them, and they're just jerking their chains. Man, just ignore them. Enjoy the fact that you got something you've wanted for years.
Absolutely.
And it was absolutely accidental that he found it. He was just out walking the campground. It's a big loop. It's probably, it's an oval shape that's probably 200 yards long. So it's a big loop. But I got a track here in 22 that was 13 inches long, a male track, right foot. And I think this is the same Sasquatch 2 years later.
You think it only grew an inch in 2 years?
Well,
as far as foot size?
I think once they hit, pretty much maturity, they continue to grow, but it's slower. And in the first 3 or 4 years, they grow quickly. And then, it's like a teenager. Up to teenage years, they grow pretty quick. It's hard to keep them in clothes, people. But once they hit like 17, 18 years old, the growth slows down until they finally, stop growing altogether. I think Sasquatch pretty much does the same thing, But it was interesting. It was fun. That's only the second track that I've cast, and I've never gotten a good, clean, well-defined track. I haven't been that lucky yet.
How did this one come out?
This one came, considering the fact that it was in sand and gravel, which is hard to cast without picking up the rocks, came out pretty well. You can see the shape of the foot. Unfortunately, the big toe is non-existent because when it stepped down in this soft clay and gravel and sand, the foot shifted to the right, and this is a right foot. So the little toes and stuff went in deeper than the big toe did. It was actually slanted a little bit. And unfortunately, it had rained since the track was put down, so it was washed over.
Yeah.
A lot of the details are missing, but you can see, if you turn it on its edge, you can see what they call the mid-tarsal break.
Parcel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well, it looks
it's
very long and narrow.
Tristan
it's
asked,
14
how
inches
big-
long.
Yeah, there you go.
It was 7 inches wide at the toes and 5 inches wide at the heel. So it's pretty substantial track.
So the soda, excuse me, the soda can. It was a can.
Yeah.
Any marks on it, or did it look like it was
No.
messed up at all?
He said no. It did nothing. It was still full of Pepsi. He opened it and set it on top of the log where he put the rest of the stuff, and it was. He said it was still full of Pepsi. So I told him, I said, "Well, go pour it out and bring the can out," because then apparently not interested in that. Now the honey buns and 3 apples.
I wonder if it's because they couldn't smell it.
What?
You know, I mean, like the honey buns in the packages, you can almost smell food through it, but soda can, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
You say
like
you
I
left
said,
it open.
he opened it. So
He
it
opened
was-
it.
I
Okay.
wouldn't. I mean,
I didn't hear that.
maybe they are more intelligent than we give them credit for. I wouldn't
Yeah.
drink it either.
quite possibly.
Well, the honey buns.
Well,
oh
my
no, they wouldn't stand a
suggestion,
chance.
my suggestion, and he didn't do it, was
So I
to
said
get a
no.
small jar of peanut butter, the smallest one you can buy. Take the lid off, take the paper seal off of it, and put the lid back down on it. Tight enough to where a raccoon can't unscrew it, and put that jar of peanut butter up there. And if they're curious enough, they'll open that peanut butter, and once they do, and you find the jar, it looks like it's been through a dishwasher. It is
Oh, it's that clean.
absolutely squeaky clean. They'll stick their fingers down in there and rub on that jar and get every speck of peanut butter out of it. But
Meat Smasher, welcome. Said he had to deal with a couple of wild pigs on his way to where he is tonight.
oh, that's not good.
He's always in the woods.
Yeah.
Up in a tree somewhere.
Up in trees, basically.
Yeah. If he's dealing with wild hogs, he may be up in a tree. I would be.
Right.
I've encountered them in the woods, but didn't have any problems with them. Normally, once they catch your scent, they're gone. They'll leave. Most wildlife is like that. Even bears. I encountered a bear up here years ago, and I've actually got a picture of it in a sweet video I did with my camera. I happen to be reviewing that video, and there's this bear sitting there looking at me. Of course, he's 30, 40 yards off in the woods where I couldn't see him, but he didn't have any intentions of bothering me. He saw me walking by, and that was about it.
We ran into a bear down here, and he didn't want to be bothered.
Huh?
We ran into a bear down here, and he didn't want to be bothered. He was just like, he kind of did a little false charge and
Did a little bluff charge.
and then bailed on us. But we were only like 10 yards away, if that.
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
They'll do the bluff charge thing just to make sure you don't bother them, and then as soon as they see an escape, I encountered one at Cades Cove when I was traveling around the country years ago. You drive around a loop in Cades Cove, and there's bears everywhere, and anybody sees a bear, they all stop. Well, I went around a curve, and here's like 20 cars pulled over on the side of the road, both sides. So I pulled over to see what was going on, and here's this black bear out there just grazing around, and people were taking pictures of it. And I walked over to see what was going on, and there was a gap, pretty good sized gap between 2 cars, and there was 2, 3 guys standing there, and they're talking about the bear, and I kept watching this bear, and he was eating, but he was watching the people, and he started looking back and forth. He was getting this antsy look in his eyes, and I told those guys, I said, y'all might want to step back out of this gap because he's going to come through here. Oh no, he's and about that time he turned and bolted right for them. Of course, they all jumped up and scrambled out of the way, and he ran between the cars and went across the road. And once he got across the road, he stopped and looked back like, okay, I made that. And he turned around and just wandered off. And they looked at me and they said, how'd you know he was coming through here? I said, well, This was the widest gap between all these parked cars. And I kept watching his eyes. He was looking back and forth. And when he spotted this gap, he locked in on it. That's when I knew he was coming this way. If you spend enough time around animals, you can kind of read them if you pay attention, So I don't, people ask me all the time, you're 70 something years old out walking in these woods by yourself. Are you not afraid? I'm like, no. For about 2 years, I didn't even carry a gun. And enough people said, look, there's wild hogs up there. There's panthers up there. You need to start packing something. So I finally got a gun and started packing it. But for a couple of years, I had a sharp knife and a big stick.
That would be me.
I figured if that didn't handle what happened down, I wasn't concerned. I never had any problems, with the hogs or the bears or anything else,
Yeah, I go in the woods with a stick and a knife, basically a walking stick and one or two knives strapped to me. She's the one packing.
She's back, yeah. Well, I mean, to each his own. Like I said, I started packing because everybody told me I needed to. Like, yeah, whatever.
I always have.
Still not that concerned. Oh.
No, the thought of like bear doesn't bother me. It's pigs that bother me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen them in the woods. I've seen them, but I haven't had an experience with them. I don't want an experience with them. But those make me nervous.
I've seen them passing behind the camper. Did you hear Maya? Did you hear that?
That was her.
No, I've seen them behind the camper, but never stumbled upon them.
Yeah,
I've heard them. I've been out there and heard them and know that they're just off in the brush, but never actually seen them. I don't know. I might rather see them than just hear them.
They can be dangerous if you happen to startle one and it feels cornered.
Or if the babies are nearby.
And they can cut you up pretty bad.
Oh, yeah. They'll mess you up.
There was a woman recently.
And then they will eat you.
They will.
Yeah. There was a woman recently that was killed getting out of her car at home. She was, gotten out of her car and was walking to the door, and they mobbed her and killed her right there in the driveway.
Wow.
And, apparently they felt compromised and they defended themselves and she wasn't able to. So,
that's a shame.
It happens. Bears, cougars, same way. I encountered a female bear with cubs when I was driving through, I think it was in Alaska, black bear. And she was trying to cross the road and I came around the curve in my van and she was standing in the road and I stopped. And then I saw the little ones. She was trying to get them across the road. And of course, they were in no mood to pay attention to her. And she got rowdy. She popping her jaws at me and growling and all that. I thought, I'm blocking traffic, sweetheart. Take your time and get across the road. She finally did. She got across the road. I went on, but I would not want to have been walking and rounded that corner. That no.
That's what I was just laughing about.
Yeah. I experienced a bear in the woods in Jersey. The first time I ever saw a bear in the woods was she had a cub.
Yeah.
I gave him a big berth.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a hell of a buzzkill.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
Elton says, if I was around bears, pigs or cougars, I'm carrying a shotgun with double buckshot.
We don't
play no games.
Yeah.
Clyde, what's the weather like up there?
High 40s, low 50s at night, mid 70s during the day in the last 2 or 3 days.
Nice.
We had a little cold snap, so it's nice. I mean, beautiful weather, sunshiny. It will be until this weekend, then it all goes downhill. It's supposed to rain. Of course, the Monday for the solar eclipse, this whole area is going to be covered in clouds and possible rain.
Overcast. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. But
Chance, how's it going?
I'm going to Sulphur Springs, Texas. Come hell or high water. If I get 30 seconds during the corona, that's all I'm going. I want to get the corona. The last time I did this, I went to Missouri and I wasn't close enough to the center of the path to get the corona. I got the diamond ring. I got some beautiful shots, but I didn't know enough to go all the way to St. Genevieve and get the corona. Well, this time I know where it's going right through Sulphur Springs. I'm going there for the corona. If that's all I get, I will be tickled to death.
That's cool.
Well, good luck.
Oh, buddy of mine is going to Cape Girardeau, Missouri, because that's that's in a direct path.
I don't know. It doesn't do anything for me to make me want to go travel to see it. I'm like, eh.
I've seen enough of them in Baton Rouge, partials, where it gets dark, not completely dark, it's a partial eclipse. And I've always wanted to see a full eclipse. And, I had the time, I had the money, let's go, and then, of course, I've been a photographer for years. So
sure. No, I can see people want to do that, just give some pictures. But as far as the experience goes, it doesn't. I mean, I think it's cool, but I don't know that I would go out of my way to see it.
What's interesting is as the sun darkens, everything shuts down. The birds stop flying. They stop. It's like it's going into night and nature reacts to it. It's just like the sun going down. Yeah, everything gets quiet. I mean, it's eerily quiet and the peak of the eclipse. And then as the moon moves off of, and things start to brighten up, the birds start chirping again, and everything comes back to life. It's really weird. It's eerie in a way.
And that's Monday. What time is that eclipse?
Depends on where you are.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I guess it does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Afternoon in Sulphur Springs, I think it's like 120, 140, something like that. I'll have to get straight on the times before I get there.
Actually, I do remember it started early. It starts like 11 or whatever somewhere, but it ends up, it's between like say 12 and 4 is the whole thing. Somewhere between like end to end in the United States.
Once it gets up in New Hampshire,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it starts in Mexico somewhere around 11, and further north you get, the later it gets because it's actually traveling east. Yeah.
Everyone say a prayer for Still Crazy Chris. Her eye is swollen up bad. Thanks, everyone. Prayers, Chris.
Absolutely.
Heal up. Jay says 147 here.
That means
okay, that's
146 here.
in 15 seconds.
Right.
I'm gonna get off of here. It's getting past my bedtime.
All right, Claude.
So good.
Thanks for sharing.
Good night.
You too. Thank you so much for sharing your picture.
Definitely.
Be careful out there.
Will do.
And good luck. Good luck on Monday with the eclipse. I hope you get to see it.
Thank you much. I do too.
Come back and show us the pictures.
Indeed.
Yes. If I get anything, the world's going to see them. They'll be all over Facebook and everywhere else. So
right on.
Very good.
Y'all take care. Have a good evening.
You too.
12 Pearls. Hey.
What's up, 12 Pearls? How are you?
120-mile wide path.
Oh, wow. No, but I think that would be cool to be in an area that has a lot of animal activity normally, and to see, to investigate the claim that he just made as far as all the animals kind of quiet down and stuff.
We're gonna have to test Jay's theory.
Which
fish
is
should bite good then. During the eclipse, fish should be biting good.
I don't know about that, but
I mean, if
that
the theory
twilight,
of a
that
full
twilight
moon,
hour.
if the theory of a full moon is correct, then imagine what it would be during an eclipse. You know, just saying.
No, it'd be interesting. We'll have to have.
We'll have to test that theory. Is what I said.
We'll have to have a bobber in the water come
Right?
Monday that time.
I started off by saying we have to test that theory.
Just put out
Jay, what are you doing Monday?
4 or 5 polls on bobbers and just watch them.
I just said, Jay, what are you doing on Monday?
Chance wants to know why is that UFO photos are still blurry in the age of 4K phones? Same reason Bigfoot photos are blurry. That's the way they come out.
Right.
I have no idea.
Bobby said the football field is set up for people to watch in small town in Southwest Ohio where my family live. Yeah, I've heard that I guess the main path, there's so many towns, certain towns have, I guess our states have enacted the National Guard. They're anticipating such large crowds.
Yeah, but isn't it with those towns that are named funny?
Yeah, I think. But I think they're major towns or cities and areas where you're going to see the best.
But that's cool, like that they open up like the local high school stadium and
yes,
and give you a place a viewing area. That's very cool.
Yeah, 12 girls. She said nocturnal happens when it gets dark. For what, 4 minutes?
Is that how long it is?
I believe. I'm not positive. I could be wrong, but I thought that's what I heard.
But it's weird that it would affect the animals that much. I think Nikki's doing a show on this Sunday about how it affects the animals.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting to hear. I mean, you know.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting. I mean, because then I think, well, what's the difference? What if you get a bad storm that rolls through and it gets really dark out? Okay, it's dark out, you know?
Well, I know.
I mean, yeah, it's night. It looks like night, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I saw that yesterday. Leaving work.
Exactly.
I swear, I said it looked like midnight. It was wickedly dark, like all of a sudden. And it was around the time I was leaving to go home. And I'm like, holy shit. At that point, I just wanted to make it to the truck. There's a long walk from my office to the parking lot, but it was black, very, very dark from the storm.
And all it is shadow. It's just, you know.
Dark clouds.
Just something to think about. I don't know. The total eclipse is right above us in Niagara Falls, Canada. 95,000 people here. They're expecting up to 1 million coming here.
Yeah.
State of emergency has been enacted. Illegally, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Huh. Well, that means New York. Oh, shit. Excuse me.
New York.
Well, the Niagara Falls side of New York is going to be pounded too.
Hell yeah.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people.
And the Horn Comet. They're calling it the Devil's Comet.
Last time that happened, it caused the New Madrid earthquake. So I don't think there's I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. I better just shut up and not put my foot in my mouth.
When is the eclipse? Monday, the 8th. This coming Monday. Yes, Alex, I was just thinking that. Alex, the same night of the eclipse, the scientific community is activating CERN to study dark matter and try to open a portal, but that's what he heard. They're testing for, what is it? Particle crap. Somebody help me out. I know somebody knows what
Well, CERN, it's particle accelerator.
Yes, that's it.
But they're colliding particles that are supposedly causing micro quantum singularities, like small black holes.
Right. Right. But they are testing at specific intervals of the eclipse.
Really?
Yes. Using the eclipse.
Idiots.
It's a scientific experiment of the eclipse in regards to.
Well, that was like us being out there fishing during. We're
I
just
know.
experimenting.
I know.
We're not
Exactly.
causing,
But we're not causing
nuclear,
catastrophic,
whatever. We're not punching holes into other realms. Bristol says they have a collider in Chicago too. Really?
Tall Pearl said CERN cranked up before Easter. I tend to think they were already cranked up.
The human arms are never truly steady. By the time you see a Bigfoot or UFO, your adrenaline causes your veins to pump harder. Therefore, you get blur on your pictures and you tend to slightly panic. That's why you leave it on a tripod.
Or you get
I'm just saying.
pictures of stuff and it just gradually goes away.
No, but when you do get clear pictures, it's always blurry. The whole picture is fucking beautiful, except what you're focusing on in the bushes or whatever. They're not going to pop out and pose. Three rockets will launch into the eclipse to record data, supposedly.
Yeah, I think they're at 15-minute intervals from the start to end. So, I don't know. Of whatever area. They're in the... Are they in the Alps?
I don't know. Guys, the link is still in chat. Right there. Got about 15 minutes left. Anybody wants to pop on, talk about this? I see a Bigfoot every day when I get out of bed. Yeah. But you see two of them.
Yeah.
Gate Smasher says, heard that. They found only 17 dimensions and a demon appeared. What do I know? You mess with Mother Nature and things will happen. Just be ready.
Now, I heard the same, that they've discovered 17 known dimensions and that it's supposedly fact, not some fantasy. It's, yeah.
Did they count them? I mean, really, how do you count a dimension?
I don't know. I don't know anything other than I just heard the same
I see
recently.
Buckaroo Banzai in 28th Dimension or whatever the fuck movie that was. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
Jay says, I've been through 13 eclipses. Nothing in my world ever changed. Maybe that's...
Number 14 is a charm.
That explains it. It might explain it. Gloom and doom always pop up on these kind of days. End of the world.
Yeah, it's just another event. We make a big deal out of it. It's just another, day in the universe. The shadow just happens to land on this planet, There's always a shadow out there somewhere in space. It just happens to hit us this time. I know, I'm just downplaying this whole thing. But it's cool. I mean, it is, those once in a lifetime, twice in a lifetime things that people want to check out. So if you're going to check it out Monday, be safe in your travels.
Yes. Because there's going to be a lot of people doing the same.
Should have made it a holiday just for this Monday.
Some schools actually have closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, local.
Here?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, some of the private schools are closing so that
the private schools they can't.
Well, still, it's just that big of a deal. And I want to say Orange County, but I'm not positive on that.
Graz says bunch of planets align and people freak out. 2012, end of the Mayan calendar, end of the world, blah blah blah. It's a good movie though.
Right?
2012.
It was.
No, that's one of those movies that I like appreciate for the special effects. You know, when that mountain, when Yellowstone blew up, and
They were getting away.
yeah, that was pretty cool. Mr. Dan,
Greetings from South Carolina. Hello, Mr. Moggs.
how you doing, man?
50-50. A lot of crap been going on in my life, yeah.
I'm sorry to hear it.
We lost an uncle. This holiday, Easter holiday weekend was kind of a nightmare. And
I'm sorry.
not to bum people out, forget all that. Stuff happens. He was 107. You know, you got to die sometime, right?
God bless him, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's a long life, 107. Wow.
Yeah, right.
Wow, that's long.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with my face too well tonight, am I? I look horrible.
Didn't notice. It's not like I'm going to be like, ooh, damn.
Anyway, I just wanted to come on real quick and tell everybody hey, and hope everybody had a happy Easter. And I want to fill you in real quick on something about that comment. And I am very, very incapable of typing all this shit in the chat. I could not type. I couldn't type this much crap if I had to. I do good to get past wow right now. But,
no, that's why
I just had to tell you what people were freaking out about. It's the last time this comment come through. You know when the last time it come through was?
No.
It was in the year. I mean the comet and the eclipse. The last time that this certain eclipse happened on this certain day. It was in April of the year 33 when the eclipse happened and they saw this great evil comet in the sky. That was also the day they hung Jesus' ass on a cross. And this is the first time in exactly 2,000 years that this is happening again, if you believe the Bible stuff.
Sure. Huh.
It also comes at a time when the Mideast is in turmoil and
Sure.
Jews are under attack. And
no, there's a lot of biblical prophecy that seems to be coming to fruition, if you will.
You know, and most of the time I would just take it with a grain of salt, but it just happens to be a big comet called the Devil's Comet with horns on the day 2,000 years after Jesus was born, and all this trouble in the world, and that's not bad enough. You know, that's not bad enough. But there's other stuff going on too.
Oh, there'll always be stuff going on. Not always good. But that's interesting that hasn't happened since back then.
Yeah, I heard a big long thing about it too. And what freaked me out is when I was a kid, I had this Aunt Evelyn. And I called her Evil Evelyn, but she was this big, but what it was is she was this big time Christian. And she couldn't go 5 minutes without talking about God, the Bible, or telling you about revelations and the coming time. And my mom would often get her to babysit me when I was young.
I bet you must have been a bad kid.
No, you have no idea.
No, that's why they were trying to scare you straight.
And I call my time with her the time of torment. But she'd make me watch this show called Jack Van Impe. And it was this guy that did Bible prophecy of the future, right? And I can't help thinking that everything that guy ever said that I thought was just torture and poppycock has all come true. Almost everything he said.
Helton says the worries about solar flares knocking out the power grid. From what I understand, I doubt it, but I know how to purify water and have lots of traps. Country boy can't survive, as they say. Indeed. Alex says, say what you want. All jokes aside, I've been seeing strange dark shadows out of the corner of my eyes lately. Or it could be my age. No, dude. Pay attention to what you see in the corner, in your peripheral. Because that's where a lot of shit, that's where you see odd shit, is in your peripheral.
I had that happen to me, man, and it was weird. Weird as freak, man. I was sitting outside smoking a cigar like I usually am this time of night, and I heard something. So I started the camera to see if I could catch the sound, right? And right when I panned the camera around, there was like this big dark shape standing there. And it freaked me out. I jumped back, and when I did, the camera went off. And I swear it was like a half a second when the camera went off that I looked down and looked back up, and then it was gone. Kind of bugged me out a little bit. Funny part is you can actually see the dark shape on the video.
What does it look like?
Like a dark shape, like a fucking shadow. Can't say what it was, don't know. It could have just been the way the moon was reflecting off a tree at the time, or some car pulling in that cast a weird shadow. I don't know, but it sure was freaky, and it sure did make me almost piss myself. Because it was too close and I didn't have a gun.
Ironically, Miss Dill says, me too, for a week or so now at Alex. So she's been seeing dark stuff at a corner of her eyes. I see things occasionally, but
Here, yeah.
in this house, in this home. And it's weird because there's so many openings. It's almost like being in a fishbowl here. I mean, even though you can't,
true.
I mean, we have a lot of windows, but that's where I see them. I see
Right.
like
It's
out of the
almost
corner
like-
of my eye, outside, or
Right,
sometimes in
but-
the house. It's weird.
Yeah.
You see that bird flu stuff out of Texas, man?
Bird flu.
Oh my God, dude. Hey, anybody listening, go to the store tomorrow and buy eggs. Buy them if you want them now, because they're going to be $8 a carton pretty soon. They had a bird flu outbreak in the biggest chicken place that does eggs and all that down in Texas. They got to kill like over 2 million chickens. And
geez.
And by the way, the bird flu jumped to a human, and a human got sick for the first time ever in Texas.
That's not good.
Yeah. That's some scary stuff.
Jay says dinner at Fritz's house tomorrow night. Pan-fried ribeye, hamburger steaks, brown gravy, and mashed potatoes, and peas and carrots, southern cooking.
Yeah.
We'll show up.
I'm like, is that an invite?
I'm like, yeah.
Jay's saying, fuck, what'd I do? What did I just do?
Threaten me with a good time. Gate Smasher says, glad I know where there's a clean chicken ranch for eggs.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little bit lucky. I buy most of my eggs from the local farmer guy who does the thing over here, and it's like all these homegrown eggs that ain't got all that crap in them and stuff. I've always done that, though. I like the fresh country eggs. It's good to
yeah.
Better.
have their own farm and stuff.
Better than a fresh egg.
No, fresh eggs are good.
Well, he raises animals too, and every year he takes a certain amount of animals over to the slaughterhouse. You know, he does the pigs and a couple of cows, and you can get meat from him really cheap when he does that. He'll sell his extra after he packs his freezers.
Dill says, I thought I was overreacting. Maybe, maybe not. Never noticed it before.
Chance said bird flu is another election distraction. Miss Dill. Leave Moga comment after the show, damn it.
Or don't. Ass face.
you don't.
Or don't.
Ass face.
Guilts them into it. I love it. Shit, if I don't. Jay says been only 2 cases of bird flu ever in the United States.
Yeah, we had one in Texas over. If you look it up on the news, and it was the first time one ever jumped to a human from animals, and that happened in Texas this week at that whatever that chicken place was that's having all that problems.
Hold on. Grasshopper says state governments closing down farms and ranches, meat processing plants burning down, millions of chickens being killed on a regular basis, sensing a pattern. Yeah, they're going after the food.
Yeah. Yes, 12 pearls, and 2 kinds of locusts are going to hatch out by the millions soon. And
wait, they're not locusts.
They're cicadas. Cicadas.
It's a big difference.
Yeah. They're 2 types of cicadas. They're coming out of the ground 2 separate times, but within the same cycle, and that
they're going to overlap their
yeah,
emergence.
And that won't happen for another 200 years, something like that. Or yeah.
I don't know. I always hear this. Oh,
Based
there's
on
17-year cicadas, but I see cicadas every year.
Well, there's different types and different cycles.
Different patterns too.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What it is this the first time that 2 different breeds of cicada are emerging at the same time?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, you have some that goes 6 years and some that goes 7 years or something, but they rarely sync up and come out at the same time.
There's a few states that are going to see the majority of them. Florida's not one of them. I mean, I'm sure we'll see them, but the mass inflection of coming out of the ground,
just noisy as hell.
Oh, they're gnarly as hell. They freak me out.
Big eyes.
My grandpa used to love them. He called them free bait. He'd snag a bunch of them and take them down there and go fishing with the little bastard. Hey, if you hook them right and let it do its thing on top of the water, you can get some big bass with them bad boys.
Probably.
Good night, Alex.
Take it easy, Alex. Good to see you. Harold's like, I can't stand those bugs.
Oh, God, me neither.
I actually saw cicada wasps where it's a ground wasp. They'll come up and grab those cicadas and they will tuck them underneath themselves and hold them with their legs and fly them back into their nests. Okay, you know how big a cicada is.
Yeah,
That's how big that wasp is.
I just saying. No.
Yeah. What is this?
Gate Smasher. Yeah. So will that be like the locust from the old written days?
See, the locust, the cicadas, I don't believe they don't decimate crops like locusts do. I think that's the deal. Yeah, like there's going to be a lot of them. They're going to be a pain in the ass. But I don't think they decimate things.
Grasshoppers, so locusts are oversized grasshoppers.
Yes.
And the problem is the locusts, they'll eat crops and destroy fields.
Yeah. You don't get that with cicadas.
No, they're just nasty and stinking.
They make a big mess when they hit the windshield.
No, we get a few. I don't think
it says OCST in another 10 years, they will be a stable part of our diet.
Oh, God.
You know, first time I hadn't really seen
that. Write it down, date it, because he's probably right.
You know,
I hadn't even seen a cicada until a couple of years ago when I saw it on a pole and made a video about it. But like, I thought it was I said, what kind of freaking alien bug is this? And somebody says,
well, it's cool when they come out. They come out of it as a beetle, and they'll cling onto the side of a tree, and then they'll molt their shell and come out as a cicada. But that's why you always see those little shells on the outside of trees just holding on. look like
blowing in the wind
beetle-
sometimes.
That's
beetle
why I made
form.
a video about it. I said it was like an alien bug or something because it was sitting on a tree and it wasn't moving. And a couple of days in a row, I was making videos about this bug on this tree, and then it come out and it had a big hole inside of it. And it was just a shell. I said, I told you it was a fucking alien. It's done come out of its pod.
Gate Smasher says maybe they are to be enough born to raise the Earth's frequency.
They make enough noise, that's for sure.
They're a delicacy in Asia. Well, they can eat them in Asia.
Yep.
Yeah,
As
that'd
I've
be-
said, eat bugs, own nothing, and be happy. Bill Gates said so.
Was it eat bugs? I
Yes.
know it was still own nothing and
Yes.
like it or
No,
be
it
happy
was
about it or some
eat
shit.
Own nothing and be happy.
Bill Gates. Go fuck yourself. That's some fucked up shit.
Mr. Lee said they're a delicacy
I saw that.
in Asia. Probably more places than Asia.
You know, every time I hear that about that people eating bugs and stuff, I keep thinking of that Indiana Jones movie in the Temple of Doom when they take him up there to the feast and he sits down to eat and look around. They got bugs and snake heads and
When everything's still moving.
yeah.
Miss Bill said, if I'm not here Tuesday, then CERN sucked me into a portal. Aliens are probing me, and I'm on the dark side, or I'm on the dark side of the moon. Either way, I'm all good with it.
She'll be having a good time.
Right?
Probing, whatever. You know. Still taking one for the team.
I put up a video on my channel called Project Cryptid. Boggs, you should check out. It's
Called
I
what?
got a channel called Project Cryptid.
Okay.
Where I put up like the best Bigfoot videos I can find, and I found one out of Tennessee that's one of the best. I think it's one of the best Bigfoot videos I've seen, and I love the arm length of what I'm seeing, and you just got to see it, man. You'll be like, what?
Probably have.
Maybe I can Lee to drop a link for Project Cryptid in the chat down there and make it a little bit easier for Stevie to pull it up.
Bristol said, Miss Dill, bring back vacation pics. When she.
Oh, yeah. This is the dark side of the moon.
Mr. Lee and 12 Pearls talking about
See the Chinese and the Indians beat us here.
dipping the cicadas in chocolate.
People from India, excuse me.
So you gonna live stream the Eclipse thing, Muggs?
Probably not.
Pyro, be safe.
Did you get your little Eclipse glasses?
No.
If I'm not here Tuesday, Jay's Bigfoot or Dogman bit me in the LBL.
Headed out in the morning.
Headed out in the morning. Well, be safe, man. Have fun.
Right.
I don't know. There's going to be a lot of people there.
A lot. That's a lot of people.
I know somebody, I don't remember who, somebody's supposed to go live from there either tomorrow. No, when is it?
I'm sure a few people will.
Somebody might be going live tonight or last night or tomorrow night. I don't know.
Soon.
Yeah. I mean, it's a gorgeous area. I could see shit living in there, but there's just going to be so many people
So
that
many people.
they're going to be like, no, let's go somewhere else and hang out. You know?
Just the automobile presence for all the people that are going to be there, you know,
Yeah.
to and from.
Yeah, it's been my observation that Bigfoot tends to avoid crowds.
Yeah, and there's going to be a crowd.
That's a big
I mean, it's a
crowd.
meet and greet, and that's
Well,
that's
yes.
what I consider. It's
Well,
just
that's
it's a meet
all
and
it
greet.
is.
It's not an outing.
They
Like
don't claim it to be.
you're not going out looking for
no.
Bigfoot. You can go hike.
You
But
go do whatever.
I'm just thinking with
It is a meet
with
and
that many
greet.
people, it's going to be a quiet
Okay.
weekend.
Pyro said Squatch and Hollow and Bama went live tonight,
Okay.
and I'm sure they will again.
Yeah.
They did last year.
Gate Smasher says, heard a guy in Sarasota had a piece of the space debris go through his roof and both floors of his house. I believe it. He says, or was it Naples? I don't know. Harold says, I will be inviting all Bigfoot to my house to watch the sky. 12 approaches programmed to receive, like Hotel California.
Somebody probably do a show about what Bigfoot thinks about eclipses.
Patrick Vaughn, hey.
What's
good
up,
to see
Patrick? You got here at the end. We're just about to wrap this up.
You missed everything.
Was a chunk of battery pallet they dumped out of the International Space Station. Oopsie.
Oh, wow.
Wasn't supposed to land there.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Dan, thank you so much for coming to hang out.
Good to see you, Dan.
Yeah, it's always good to see you.
I always enjoy popping by.
So what's the name of your new channel?
It's called Project Cryptid. I got a lot of really good Bigfoot videos up on there. But the latest one I put up is to me, it's one of the best ones I've seen. A lot of them, you look at it with a grain of salt and go, I'm not really sure about that one. Or it's 50-50, 50-50. But this one, it's a 70 or an 80.
Right on.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Guys, go check out his new channel, Dan's new channel, Project Cryptid, here on YouTube. Go see what he's putting up there. But yeah, dude. Again, it was great seeing you.
Yeah. I guess I'll tell everybody happy trails. You can put me backstage or something.
Right on. And we'll talk to you in a minute. Thanks again, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I hope you guys had a good time tonight. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out.
We love you. Thank you.
You
for
too,
hanging
Patrick. You just got here.
I think Gary Johnson's got him beat. How you doing, Gary? Good to see you. Goodbye. Good night.
If you guys enjoyed it, please hit that like button below. Show some love. If you're new, subscribe, share it out. Do what you got to do with all those buttons down there and make people see this stuff. Get it out there.
Leave comments.
Yes, leave comments.
You guys be safe. Whoever's going to look for this eclipse Monday.
You're going to the LBL. Be careful out there. Travel safely.
Definitely.
I hope to see some good videos coming out of there. We'll keep an eye out over the weekend. But yeah, have fun and be safe.
Thank you, Miss Dill. Good to see you, hon.
All right, guys. We will be back on Tuesday. Same time, same channel. So you guys have an amazing weekend. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. And peace and God bless. Love you guys.